Hello. It's been a morning. Oh my gosh. Hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe and have for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. Don't forget, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works for you. So, hello, hello, hello. I'm glad you like the kitties. They made me happy. So, okay, love from Canada. Oh, thank you, Marianne. Love from Chicago. So, okay, and MAGA, Karen just finished my protest sign. Yay! Excellent. Okay, so, wow, Canadian Dry, thank you. Just gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, then I'm glad you like the kitties. Okay. I'm an adult. I can handle it. Even if they are so cute. Okay. Okay. All right. I was going to start with a video, but apparently it is no longer available. All I've got is kind of a screen capture of just like the thumbnail. We're just gonna. I'll show you what it is. At 2 minutes in. So the White House is trying to be hip with the young crowd. Woohoo! I don't know if you remember this, but for quite a long time, but it was actually, and there are a lot of them now. But back in the day. Oh, wait, there's a Miss Sarah. Wait. Oh, hello, my friend. How are you?
I am fabulous. I'm not staying for the whole time.
Yeah.
But I can pull this video up and you can't, and it deserves to be.
Oh, please do.
Oh, please.
Please, can sometimes you aren't able to do that, so. Doesn't Sarah look like a model? Doesn't it look like a photo shoot?
Y'all are adorable. Okay, it's the fan blowing the hair is really what it is. It's
no, but you've got this beautiful hair, and you're very pretty.
Oh, you were so sweet. Okay, so share screen.
So the White House, they're trying to be hip with the kids. And back in the day, there was Lo-Fi Girl, I think her name, and she was in college. She had this cramped little apartment, whatever, just her and her cat. And so she started this lo-fi channel at
it was lo-fi beats to chill and study to on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah.
Go ahead.
No, and then since then there have been a lot of different takes, and she herself has like 5 different versions now. But my Lord, the amount of people there are thousands of people who are tuned into that all the time, and sometimes I listen to it for different stuff. So, y'all, the White House decided. Hold
on. We can't hear it.
Oh wait. Stop. Hang on. If you can't hear it, hang on 1 second, because it really needs to be heard. I'm so sorry. 1 second.
I might be able to pull it up. Now that I think about it, if it's still on that one page.
It is. It's at the very top of the page. Do you want to try?
All right, let me try. Because sometimes, for some reason, it's nicer to me sometimes.
It likes you more than me.
It does not.
That's perfect. I'm okay with that. Okay, you should have it. Yes, that.
Oh,
This is like a 1 minute 16 version clip of the hours long live stream.
yeah. And as it's going with the most ridiculous images you've ever seen, it's basically just lying through its teeth on the other side of the screen to tell you about the one big beautiful bill. And I don't believe a word they've put on there because there have been 1,000 things changed and are being changed. So everything they're saying, if you're making between $15,000 and $80,000, you're gonna get a 15% tax savings and all of this. It's like, I don't believe you. Anyway, here we go.
Oh god. Oh god. The fries just dropped to the floor. He's just dropping the fries. Of course he's dropping the fries. What?
And who is he talking to out the window that much? Oh yeah, the fries dude just on the floor.
I hope you didn't want those. Bye.
You guys talk to the back of your car. You're like on the other side of the parking lot by now. You're gonna percentage you have nothing in that flag. On the ground. All right, I'm gonna get it. It's like kind of. I know it's on .gov, so it should be public domain, but I better not. It is on the floor.
That is the worst. It's like conjunction junction. What's your MAGA dysfunction? I don't know. I don't know. This I can't. I cannot. So now you all see why the loop, because they only created two cartoons. That's why the loop. They only looped two things. They only created two things. And that had to have been AI with the way that he just dropped the fries on the floor.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. 100% AI. Oh man.
Which there's nothing wrong with doing it AI, but it's just
yeah. Like really? Really. Oh.
So now you'll see why I had to come over here, because I had signed off of here and I was listening to the mainstream while I was finishing up some work. And then I got a message that she couldn't pull it up. And she was like, we're just going to... And then I heard you talking about... Well, I was like, oh, no, here I come to save the day. So...
Mighty Sarah.
Super Sarah.
Super Sarah.
But
okay,
yeah.
Don't go anywhere. Hang on.
I was wheezing this morning with that. I was cackling and wheezing. It was bad.
Hang on. There it is. Okay. There is, for anybody who doesn't know, there is now a lyric video to go along with the song that has graphics that move. I've never done this before. So I just wanted to share the new song with the graphics. Fingers crossed.
Of the White House attic, he unhinges his claws and makes his way in a panic to the Oval Office, where the master is mad to force out small children to a foreign land. Immigrants haunt him from his fangs to his feet, both him and his ghouls who wear the ghostly sheets. The old and the young, the strapping men on the street. His black heart knows that he can never compete. It's not see-through, what did he do? Lady crept from the attic with a plan so cruel that weaselly ghoul. He shrieks and he bullies with the charms of a shrew. Boo, 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 na, Siferatu. He scrawls in the dark with his vampire glare, hair painted on like a cursed nightmare. The master told him make the country great, so he schemes for fear and a nation of hate. It's not Siferatu, what did he do? He crept from the attic with a plan so cruel that weaselly ghoul. He shrieks and he bullies with the charms of a shrew. It's not Siferatu, what did he do? He crept from the attic with a plan so cruel that weaselly ghoul. He shrieks and he bullies with the charms of a shrew. Boo, boo, na, Siferatu. Siferatu.
Yeah, I agree. The brainworm absolutely got me.
So you only pay
Okay.
The first time I saw it, I was like, brainworm!
Oh, Marianne, thank you so much. Thank you. The zombie RFK Jr. It's the worm with the eye
Mm-hmm.
that just, yeah. But thank you. So I'm gonna see if I can use those reuse those characters, because I'd like to make a video for Swing Chicken Taco.
Yeah.
And then I've taken some note. I have another idea. We'll see how it goes. I basically just had to think about all the people in Washington, D.C., like all the people there who I absolutely despise. And I have a handful of ideas. So, okay. Thank you. And thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. All right.
Are you feeling down hip with the kids?
Yo, yo. So, yes. Mm-hmm.
See you
Bye,
later.
everybody. See you later.
All right. Put the kitties back up. All right. Thank you. I know some people have said that, oh, I'm glad you liked the taco one. I know some people have said it kind of gives Tim Burton vibes, but Tim Burton was inspired by the 1960s a kind of monster mash type. And I specifically asked for theremin in that song, so yeah. Anyway, all right. It isn't that I was piggybacking off of Tim Burton. I'm piggybacking off of this stuff, the same stuff that Tim Burton and Danny Elfman piggybacked off of. Anyway, but let's move on. So, anyway, the White House really wants to be hip with the kids and is taking a cue from Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube. They released a live stream, one big beautiful Lo-Fi MAGA video to relax to, because nothing relaxes me more than MAGA. Oh, Bonnie, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Sharon saying the hip with the kids. Skibbity Ohio Riz not. Anyway, yeah, him dropping the fries is just so. It's served with cherry-picked facts from about the Big Bloated Bill. Will anyone be swayed by this? I believe I believe somebody will. I mean, let's face it, MAGA, they're not really lo-fi people, but no cap, exactly, Mega Karen. No cap. Whew. Whew. Okay. You guys are funny. Okay. This is a big gulp of jocularity hilarity. this is hysterical. It's for us. There is some serious energy behind this in trying to convince people of the lies of what this bill is going to contain, because everything he said there, it hasn't passed. Things are being changed still. Reconciliation is going to change things further. So sitting there and just saying, you get a tax break and you get a tax break. It's like Timu Oprah. No, you're lying because you don't know what's in the bill. You don't know what's going to pass. Anyway, but there's some heavy energy behind this trying to push these lies. Oh, thank you, Desert Dawn. Thank you, Bernie. Anyway, yeah, nostalgia. Yeah, hip with the kids, hey? You want some pink lemonade? Everybody's doing it. For the victory, and the response will be, meh. Yeah. Good luck with that. Trump thinks that Barron is the answer. Listening to Barron is what he needs to do in order to get the youth vote. Because, I don't know, that trendsetter, Barron Trump. If only I was 30 years younger, so I could go absolutely nowhere near him. Yeah, anyway. Okay, thank you. At 17 minutes in, Depp had a question. Depp PV at 17 minutes in. Okay, there was talk of Junior running for the presidency. Oh, apparently, I think Junior has talked about it a little, but no, this latest one, this big push, this big, giving it the good old college try, as it were. It's Eric talking about running for the presidency in 2028. Mr. Charisma. And his wife, Lara Trump, is talking about running for Senate. Yeah. So, Eric. President Eric Trump. I just got a cold chill down my body. Do you know how much trouble we would be in? Yes, exactly. Exactly, Louis. In which of the 81 states? Yeah. Okay, Eric Trump. President Eric Trump. I know some people laughed about Donald Trump becoming president, but yes, i.e. paste is what they call him on Petty Boots. Oh, man. Well, Daddy did it. After President Blunderdum got in the first time, it was Ivanka. It was reported that Ivanka and Javanka, had an argument over which one of them was going to be president next. Yeah. Nine of Cups. Our next president in, yeah, there's no, yeah, you're let's just say Democrats are going to be out in force. Fool. Well, the fool doesn't fall far from, the foolish doesn't fall far from the fool. Foolishness. Tower. This is not looking great. Seven of Cups. Illusion. Delusion. Knight of Pentacles. Yes. Be a deer and go mow the lawn. no. Just no. Forgettable. Yes. So forgettable in every way. He's forgettable. Anyway. So, but I do want to ask, well, the question here is are we looking at another political family dynasty? Well, let's have a look at Lara at 20. They really just have to show that video of her with her kids, as videos of her with her kids, tormenting, just not caring about her kids as her kids are sobbing. Lara Trump. I mean, if she's not too busy with the singing career. Cindy's pointing out Stephen Colbert hopes Eric runs. Oh, yeah. Lara Trump, Senator Lara Trump. She might actually stay in politics, but that feels like coattails. Very dodgy, completely beaten up. Six of Swords, that would be potentially going Six of Pentacles. So it's like if she won, she has some options. And there's a Chariot, but that feels like coattails of somebody else. Let me get some clarification. Oh, don't let it. Lisa, don't let it make your stomach hurt. This is ridiculous. They are ridiculous. Democrats winning. Again, delusion, absolute corruption, cruelty, which she is. That's one of her strong suits is cruelty, and Democrats winning. So, this isn't a word I would use about her because there aren't. I don't even know. It depends how you define it exactly, but I really don't. I don't really hate anyone. A couple people, but. There's some people I despise with every fiber of my being. That I can say 100%. Pulling these cards on her, I kept hearing the word hate. Like people hate her. So she may have been able to weasel her way into the RNC. Remember that? But Anne's pointing out she did grift with the dog charity. Oh, yeah. Cindy says, I hate ICE. Well, that's not a person. That's people and policies, but I know what you mean. Anyway. And thank you so much. Wait. Thank you, Sandy. All right. The intuitive attack dog says, I love ice in my drink. There we go. All right. So to close this out at 24 minutes, the question was, are we looking at another family political dynasty, or are we done? Can we please be done? As in, no more Trumps. I remember when Dumpy couldn't even remember Lara's name. Remember that? It was when he was running in his first term, or was he early in his first term? But he couldn't remember Eric's wife's name. Yeah. All right, the Trump family political dynasty. Who was it? Was it Hal? Was it Hal Sparks? I don't think it was Colbert. Might have been somebody else. So I'm afraid I can't say where I heard this. Sorry. But apparently when the German chancellor met up with Trump, he gifted Trump the birth certificate of his like great grandfather or something, which was possibly actually a slight, because his great grandfather or whoever it was actually had his citizenship stripped because he avoided the draft, the military. He avoided his military service, so they actually stripped him of his nationality. Drumpf, exactly. With the original family name, probably. Drumpf. Whew. Holly Booth says, I spent $53 on one bag of groceries yesterday. $53 on one bag. How are we going to survive this financially? I worry. But anyway. The Dumpy Family Dynasty. When the history books are written, according to these cards, they're not going to be throwing rose petals on the Trump name. They're going to be remembered for chaos, secrets, this is legislative quiet as a tomb. He was impeached twice, but wasn't removed from office. Seven of Swords, that's the thief card. There's the devil card, the corruption and judgment. These aren't really, even if you try to spin this, there are a good side to these cards too. Good luck saying that, yes, those of you who know how to read tarot, can you find a way to spin these cards so it's all hunky-dory? No, I don't think so. No. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Anyway. All right. Nettie was saying earlier in the chat, I don't know what the current situation is, but at 27:45, Nettie's saying, so all heck is breaking on the Senate floor due to this bill that has delayed the vote. Due to this bill? Would it be an amendment? Will it pass or die? Oh, man. So the bonkers billionaire budget bill. Oh, the lies in that lo-fi. When I watched it, I watched a chunk of it until my stomach turned because the lies that were scrolling on the side, things that we know are lies. We want temperance. That's a card for the reading, but this is not listening. This is a refusal to listen. Star, but this is more the arrogance, kind of like with Trump. Four of Wands, his base of power. Eight of Wands, throwing everything they can at this, and there's a Tower card. I need some clarification on that Tower card because it's going to be absolutely terrible for one side or the other. So what's that Tower card? The bonkers billionaire budget bill. It was his grandfather. Thank you, Melissa. But Trump's pushing, what I'm getting is Trump's pushing this too fast. If I know that his thinking and some of their thinking is just, if you just push it hard enough and fast enough, that some people will just go along with it. But actually what I'm getting is they would have better luck with what's going to be in this bill if they took time with it, but I don't think they're going to. Adding insult to injury, here's absolute burden. 7 of Pentacles is fruits of labor. There's the cult. Secrets and higher wisdom. Gene Hall says, apparently it passed the House by 1 vote. House Republicans are now saying they didn't have time to read it, was it? Excuse me. It jumped. I'm so sorry. Woodpaw wishes Holly is already back down. Did he skedaddle away? Did he go running down the hallway? Profile and courage, that Josh Hawley. So he says the dear leader wants it by the 4th. The cult will comply. Well, speaking of the 4th, I'm getting really complicated cards about the Big Beautiful Bill, which makes me think they're going to keep making changes. But it is so awful. But July 4th at 32:20. Okay. Oh, okay. You have heard, I'm going to guess you've heard of like Mercury retrograde. Well, all the planets go from our perspective. The planets never actually go backwards, but they go backwards from our perspective. Like if you're looking at, say you're looking at the sun. Oh, Mr. Pumpkin. Where are you? Come here, Mr. Pumpkin. Mr. Pumpkin Pointer. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay. I was going to say, what are you doing over there? We went to visit the other pens. Okay. So, all right. Say you're looking at the sun. Mr. Pumpkin Pencil is, he's going to be the sun. Okay. You be the sun. All right. So, I'm going to grab this pen. All right. Now, say that the silver tip is Mercury. All right. And Mercury is moving around the sun, right? And from your perspective, there are times it looks like it's going forward, and there are times it looks like it's going backwards. Do you see? Well, that's the retrograde. If this is forward, because from our perspective, it looks almost like it's going forward and then backwards and forward and backwards. So as it's doing this, well, even the outer planets do that. They pass back here and it looks like they're going backwards. Yeah. All right. That's retrograde. Here's the thing though. When a planet gets to one side or the other, from our perspective, it looks like it's not moving. So it's doing its thing, and okay, so it gets there, and it's because it's moving along this from our perspective. It's actually moving slightly this way, but from our perspective, it doesn't look like it's moving. So what that's called is called a station. Like it's hanging out at the station. So, and the way you can think of the effect of a station is, think if I don't have a fountain pen. I'm left-handed. Fountain pens do not go well with left-handed people. Most vexing, because you end up jabbing into the paper if you're left-handed. Anyway, but say this is a fountain pen, and you draw a line with the fountain pen, right? And you have a line. Now, if you have a fountain pen and it's depositing ink on the paper, and you stop at one point, what will happen? If you stop there and you just hang out there for a little bit and then you move on, you'll have a blob of ink in that one spot, right? So planets are moving along astrologically, and then they station. They stop moving for a little bit from our perspective, and then they continue on whatever they were doing. But in that stationing, you get this intensity of the energy from that planet. That's how you can think of it. An ink pool, yes. So, Mark, since I'm a lefty, I will attest to that. Oh, Mark. I see you. All right. So when planets station, it's like, okay, we're going to get a whole lot of that energy in one spot, but we're just going to get a whole lot of that energy for a short amount of time. Fair enough? Thank you. I've talked about all of the outer planets being an aspect to each other, which will be official in about a week, July 7th. All of them outer planets, right? All of them changing signs in aspect to each other. Huge astrologically. Well, Saturn and Neptune are, from our perspective, in the same place in the sky. They're conjunct. Okay. So it's like, all right, so we'll deal with that. And it's at the beginning of Aries. Okay, we'll deal with that. Okay, whatever. Oh, here's the thing. All of the planets are actually going to retrograde back into the previous signs this fall and winter, and then early next year, they're all going to be in these new signs basically for good. Great. Well, Neptune, which dissolves things. Think of putting something in the sea, in seawater. What happens to it if you leave it there? It dissolves. Well, Neptune energy dissolves, and it also rules everything you can't touch. The immaterial, art, spirituality, propaganda. It rules Pisces, which is an emotional sign. So there's a lot of sensitivity and emotion, emotion in the ocean. Neptune is stationing, okay, on July 4th. Three days later, Uranus is changing signs and locking in that whole. Look, I'm not saying that what's happening astrologically is going to be like aliens coming down from the sky, the whole entire universe, our entire world was changed. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I have real trouble believing that we are going to get through the first half of July with everything just tickety-boo. So I wanted you to be aware of what's happening. So just so you know that the outer planets, all that energy, normally when an outer planet changes signs or two outer planets aspect each other because it's more rare, it's a big deal. And people talk about it a lot. This, never before in human history. Crazy. Anyway, just letting you know. And it says, oh, interesting energy coming from the 9 planets. Oh, and by the way, speaking, because astronomers don't consider Pluto a planet anymore, but the super duper new eye in the sky. Looking at you, it can read your mind. My dad really liked Alan Parsons' project when I was growing up. Telescope. The big telescope, the new ones, they are now going, hang on. Is it possible there is a planet 9 and it's there? They maybe might have found it. Maybe. Well, there's the Smart Holy. There is the James Webb Telescope, but there's also some unbelievable, incredible new telescope in South America. I want to say it's in Chile, but I don't know. So I did hear about the prophecy in Japan, but I don't know anything about it. Cindy's asking, is it negative energy? It doesn't have to be. It's just a lot. Do you know what I mean? So that's this is the point, and the reason we go through that, like News with Friends. That's kind of the subtitle of this channel. It's so that you and I, we can pull together. All of us can pull together. And really, that's what happens when any huge amount of anything comes through. What do? You're like, okay, just pull everybody in for a minute and just help each other and, make sure you've got a little something extra so we can stay home and make some soup. And maybe you've got some extra crackers or you've got some white flour and you can make some bread, but we'll just pull in and we'll be okay. And I think that's what we need to do. Yes, call your representative. Yes, make your voice be heard. If there's a protest, sure, good. But on the whole, it isn't a, when in danger or in doubt, run in circles, scream and shout. No. It's not like that. But it does mean grab hold of something, So, okay. Cindy says, I love my bread machine. Oh, I know. Oh, Canada Presses, I learned so much from you. Oh, that makes me feel so good. Thank you. Thank you. Alex for Cats has just ordered tacos. If I get some lettuce, I could make some plain tacos. Anyway. All right. DJ Uncle Mark says, hello, witchy ones. Okay. So, 4330. So, Thom Tillis, Republican, who is considered to be slightly more moderate than some of the worst, but still Republican. Anyway, Thom Tillis announced he's not running for re-election. Trump made sure to basically threatening him and any other GOP who would stand against this bonkers billionaire budget bill. So there are some Republicans saying, I'm done. I'm just done. And of course, because it's the people who would still be willing to stand up, these are some of the more moderates. Sure, you want to fill the GOP with the absolute extremists and nothing else? Thank you for handing election wins to Democrats for the foreseeable decades. So the question is, will this inner turmoil in the GOP ultimately help Dems at the midterms? Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Oh, Sharon is saying you can make bread in a slow cooker. Keeps the kitchen from heating up in the summer, or if you only have a tiny toaster oven. Interesting. I'd never heard of that. Anyway. Oh, I'm glad you like the kitties. So, GOP. Yeah, purity tests are really in the US because our separate parties are under two umbrellas. Purity tests, not good. Not good. Yeah, no. And that's what they're doing. So us over here in the Democrat side, we've got strength over here. But for them, suspension, emperor. There's the country, across the country. Four of Cups is a refusal and resulting in isolation. So, yeah, you refuse, you're out. You get iced out. Iced out. So, Cindy Catmom says, purity test, you mean backing Dumpy? Yes. Yes. You do not. It was Nazi Ferratu who, he was the one who came out. Wasn't he the one who came out and said, the president will not be questioned? Sit down. The reason I liked that that graphic in the Nazi Ferratu video of him was not only because, yeah, he's a vampire. He's awful. But at the point where it says he's Nazi Ferratu, the character goes like this, right? And then you see that the big shoulders, they're just shoulder pads like we had in the 80s, and these little twigs for arms, just this wussy thing. Like, I grew up. I was a teenager in the 80s. Give me a break. I know what a shoulder pad is. Sit down. So, yeah, is this going to help Dems at the midterms? Oh, please win, please win. Please vote. Please vote. Please vote blue. If you want to question Democrats, do it in the primary. Awesome. After that, we are locking arms and closing ranks. So we're doing voting blue. Peacefully, but yeah. Oh, wow. This is people changing sides. Two of Cups, partnerships, Six of Cups, Democrat. This is very much working together, getting people to the polls. Democrats getting to the polls against dumpster fires policies, really, this authoritarianism. And even if something happens to him, and I don't want it to, because we do not need a martyr, and the best thing we can do is for MAGA to wake up. Not, oh, his life was cut short. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, Cindy, do not trust the polls. Do not. Lisa Wiley says vote blue no matter who. Yep, after the primaries, blue. Cindy says don't trust the polls. That's part of how Harris lost. It's how Clinton lost as well. Don't trust them. They say, oh, Democrats are running away with this. Oh, the Democrats absolutely cannot win. No. And people are going to be out against dumpster fire. So, okay. Burn. Oh, I like the pink nails. Oh, I am so glad. Yeah. Glad you like them. Okay. Let me. I'm gonna have to roll some of these questions over to tomorrow. But do put more questions. I won't have enough, so do put your questions in the chat before I come on tomorrow. But we definitely want to catch. Have you heard about Kristi Noem? Excuse me, Ms. Noem. Would you like to explain? Perhaps you would explain to us that I believe, is Kristi Noem, are you running for office? I don't believe you're running for office currently. I believe you are a secretary. That you don't necessarily need campaign contributions. Am I missing something here? So, links in the description. Why is it that you took money, in fact, secretly took $80,000 from a mystery donor? Really? Well, I mean, her extensions aren't cheap. Oh, wait. Yeah, they are. Anyway, they look it. $80,000 from a mystery donor. Oh, yes. Because the fish has rotted from the head. 9 of Swords. So that could be worrying. Even grandma's out to get you. Judgment. Strength. Oh, deny, blah, diddy, blah. 5 of Swords, adding insult to injury. Fool. Guess who that is? And 6 of Pentacles, which is, oh, look, it's just a big candy dish. Being in Washington, just a big candy dish. You just pick and choose. Oh, I'll have a little of this, a little of that. I learned that from the president. Are there going to be, is she going to get into trouble? Whew. Oh, the Fool card's still in the middle, which could be her. Yeah, okay. But seriously, is she running for? Is there some legitimate thing I'm not aware of? Because this is you working over there. You're doing you're over. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Must be nice. Ace of Wands. There's Dumpy teaching everyone to use the bludgeon on the rule of law. There's the Sun. Great. And the 9 of Cups. Well, this is my evidence card. Could also be really going to be a great Christmas. But nothing happens until, unless a state jumps in, nothing happens until Democrats have power. So to some extent, we're going to have to make notes. So, yeek. All right, let's do some cards for us. Let's see what it says. 5415. And thank you so much for being here. Cards for us. All right, let's see what's going on. Because we are going into July. And this first week is going to be a doozy astrologically. So, thank you. Thank you, manifesting. All right, my lovelies. July 1st through, we'll say the 7th. July 1st through the 7th. I should have done 7 cards, but oh yeah, trying to get the big bonkers billionaire budget bill through for Trump's victory. Yeah, his legacy, absolute chaos. His legacy of absolute chaos. Oh, look. Democrats standing up. 3 of Swords. Ouch. Strength. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. We have Democrats in this position of power in the center. So the worse they are, the more power rolls to Democrats. And they metaphorically shoot themselves in their own foot. We have strength. We have strength. But if you hang on every back and forth in the news, I think until they sort through this, I think your stress level would be way too high. So maybe check in once a day, contact your representatives, but don't hang on this, because you got to save your energy for better things. All right. So that is going to do it for me for today. But it's 1:13 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel here on YouTube. Just want to encourage you to work on your own projects. And we focus on our work for 25 minutes at a time. Then we take 5 minutes, let our brains recover, encourage each other, do another 25 minutes on whatever it is you want to do, focused work, and then break, and then 25 and 5 and 25 and 5. So anyway, but we make progress in the afternoon. So you're always welcome. All right. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. And I'm going to guess the news will be a lot. And the energy, the astrological energy this coming week is going to be a lot. So don't let it run you over. This would be a good week to dig out. Do you have any novels on your shelves that you've been meaning to read, but you didn't get around to? This is a good week to pull those out. Go clear a little space on your bookshelf, your to-be-read pile. It's a good week for that. Don't let this energy, it will take your breath away. It'll bowl you over. So don't let the astrological energy do that to you. All right. Be well. I worry. All right. So you're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. So hang in there. All right. And I will see you later. Be well. Be well.